Hello and welcome. In this chapter of our lives, many of us cherish our independence. We've built homes, raised families, and navigated the currents of a changing world. We value the quiet solitude of a morning coffee or an evening with a good book. But have you ever paused to consider what that independence means in a moment of crisis? Imagine this. A sudden, unfamiliar feeling begins to bloom in your chest. You're alone. The thought is chilling, but fear is not our guide today. Wisdom is. Today, we aren't here to dwell on fear. We are here to arm ourselves with the most powerful tool we possess: knowledge. This isn't just a list of tips. This is a lifeline. A detailed blueprint for action, crafted for us. We're going to walk through a comprehensive plan that can transform panic into purpose and helplessness into empowerment. This is your guide to surviving the unthinkable, ensuring that even when you are alone, you are never truly without defense. Let's begin this vital journey together. Part 1. The body's quiet language, deciphering the real signs of a heart attack. For generations, Hollywood has painted a dramatic, unmistakable picture of a heart attack: a sudden theatrical clutching of the chest, a gasp, and a fall. But our generation, seasoned by life's realities, knows that the truth is often quieter, more subtle, and far more deceptive. Surviving the first moments of a heart attack begins not with a bang, but with a whisper. It begins with learning to listen to your body's unique and sometimes understated language. Forget the cinematic drama. The most common signal is not necessarily a sharp pain, but a profound sense of pressure, squeezing, or fullness in the center of your chest. Imagine a heavy weight being placed there, or a tight band being slowly constricted. It might last for several minutes, or it may come and go, trying to trick you into dismissing it as simple indigestion or a pulled muscle. This is the first test of your wisdom. Do not be fooled. But the heart's cry for help often echoes throughout the body. You might feel a shortness of breath that seems utterly disconnected from your activity level. You could be sitting peacefully in your favorite armchair and suddenly feel as though you've just climbed 3 flights of stairs. Pay attention to this disconnect. Other times the discomfort travels. It can manifest as an ache or pain in one or both arms, the back, neck, jaw, or even the stomach. For women especially, the symptoms can be even more atypical, presenting as extreme fatigue, nausea, and back or jaw pain, with little to no chest discomfort at all. Consider Richard, a 74-year-old friend of a friend. While reading the morning paper, he felt a strange tightness just beneath his collarbone. His first thought was the spicy chili he'd had for dinner. But then a wave of clammy sweat washed over him, and he realized taking a deep breath felt like an impossible task. He had read that heart attacks are masters of disguise. Instead of waiting or grabbing an antacid, he recognized the collection of subtle clues. That single moment of recognition, of choosing to believe his body's quiet warning over his own rationalizations, set in motion a chain of events that saved his life. The lesson here is profound. Your body speaks a language of sensation. In a crisis, it will not always shout. It will whisper. It will nudge. It will hint. Our task, as wise navigators of our own health, is to listen with focused intent and to honor even the quietest warnings with immediate respect.
Part 2. The Golden Rule. Making the call that changes everything. Once you've acknowledged that something is deeply wrong, the single most critical, non-negotiable action you must take is to call 911. This is not a suggestion. It is the golden rule of survival. Every other step we will discuss is secondary to this one. Let me be perfectly clear. Do not call your son or daughter. Do not call your neighbor. Do not, under any circumstances, attempt to drive yourself to the hospital. The moment you make that call, you activate a powerful, unseen network of lifesavers. A calm, trained professional on the other end of the line becomes your first ally. But more importantly, a team of paramedics with a mobile emergency room is dispatched to your exact location. They are bringing oxygen, heart monitoring equipment, and life-saving medications directly to your door. The hospital is, in effect, coming to you. One of the greatest enemies in this situation is a uniquely human instinct, the desire not to be a bother. We think, what if it's just heartburn? They'll be annoyed with me. Let me assure you, every paramedic and emergency room doctor would rather respond to 100 false alarms than miss one chance to save a life. Your life. Pride and uncertainty are luxuries you cannot afford when your heart muscle is being starved of oxygen. Every minute that passes, more damage is done. Linda, a vibrant 78-year-old, felt a strange ache radiate into her shoulder, followed by a dizzying wave of nausea. Her first impulse was to call her daughter, who lived just 10 minutes away. But then she remembered the words of a nurse. If you think it's your heart, call us first. You can talk to your family from the ambulance. She made the call. By the time the paramedics arrived, her symptoms had intensified dramatically. But they were prepared. They stabilized her right there in her living room. That decision to call 911 first, before anyone else, was the pivot point between a potential tragedy and a story of survival. Keep your phone accessible at all times. If you have a medical alert system, use it. This isn't an admission of weakness, it's a declaration of your will to live. Making that call is the ultimate act of taking control in a situation that feels utterly uncontrollable.
Part 3. The Humble Guardian. The Power of a Single Aspirin. After you have made that life-altering call to 911, and while help is on the way, there is another small but mighty action you can take. Find an aspirin, specifically a standard 325 milligram non-coated aspirin. If your doctor has cleared you to take it and you aren't allergic, this simple pill can become a humble guardian for your heart. And here is the crucial detail. Chew it, don't just swallow it. Chewing the aspirin allows it to be absorbed into your bloodstream much more rapidly through the lining of your mouth. Why is this so important? A heart attack is most often caused by a blood clot blocking an artery that supplies blood to the heart. Aspirin is a potent antiplatelet agent, meaning it helps to make the blood less sticky. It can slow the growth of that very clot, and in some cases, help prevent it from blocking the artery completely. This single action can significantly reduce the amount of damage to your heart muscle while you wait for the professionals to arrive. It is, quite literally, buying you precious time. Let's talk about Joe, a 72-year-old woodworker. He felt a tightening spread from his chest to his neck, and remembering a conversation with his cardiologist, calmly walked to his kitchen cabinet. As he sat down to wait for the ambulance he had just called, he slowly chewed one aspirin. Later, in the hospital, his doctor looked at his chart and told him, "That aspirin you chewed, it likely kept a bad situation from getting much, much worse. You helped us save your own heart." This is a testament to the power of preparation. Go right now after watching this and ensure you have the right kind of aspirin in an easily accessible place. Not buried in the back of a medicine cabinet, but perhaps in a small bottle on your kitchen counter, in your nightstand, or even in a labeled pill carrier in your purse or wallet. Check the expiration date. Tell your loved ones where it is. This tiny, inexpensive pill is one of the most well-researched and effective interventions available to a person in the midst of a heart attack. It is a profound act of self-reliance, a small piece of science you can deploy to protect yourself. Do not underestimate its power.
Part 4. The wisdom of stillness. Protecting your heart through rest. Our lives have been defined by action. We are doers, fixers, and problem solvers. When faced with a crisis, our instinct is to move, to prepare, to get things in order. In the moment of a heart attack, this instinct is your enemy. Once you have called for help and taken an aspirin, your next task is to embrace the profound and life-saving wisdom of stillness. You must stop moving. Sit down or lie down immediately. Every physical exertion, no matter how small, pacing the room, gathering belongings, even walking to the window to look for the ambulance, places additional demand on your heart. Your heart is a muscle that is currently struggling for its life, deprived of the oxygen-rich blood it needs to function. Asking it to support any physical activity is like asking a marathon runner with a broken leg to keep going. It accelerates the damage. The ideal position is to sit down in a comfortable chair, preferably one with armrests. Keep your back supported and your feet flat on the floor. This semi-Fowler's position helps to reduce the heart's workload. If you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or faint, then carefully lie down on your left side. This is often called the recovery position and can help maintain blood flow and keep your airway open. Alice, a spirited 81-year-old, felt a crushing pressure build in her chest. Her immediate, ingrained impulse was to tidy up the kitchen. I can't have the paramedics seeing the house like this, she thought. But then her doctor's voice echoed in her mind. If your heart is in trouble, your only job is to be still. Everything else can wait. She fought the urge, sank into her recliner, and focused on her breathing. She later learned that by simply staying still, she likely prevented a partial blockage from becoming a full-blown cardiac arrest. That moment of choosing stillness over activity was as crucial as any medicine she received. It's a difficult thing to do, to sit and wait when every fiber of your being is screaming with alarm. But make no mistake, in this context, doing nothing is actively doing something. It is a conscious, deliberate act of self-preservation. You are conserving every ounce of your body's precious energy for the one job that matters: survival.
Part 5. Paving the way. The simple act of unlocking a door. You've made the call. You've taken an aspirin. You are sitting still, conserving your strength. There is one more small, practical task you can perform if and only if you can do so without significant effort. Unlock your front door. This may seem like a minor detail in a major crisis, but it is an act of profound foresight that can save critical seconds, and seconds are the currency of survival. When paramedics arrive at a locked door, they don't simply turn around. They are trained for forced entry. They will break a window or pry open a door to get to you. While they will do it as quickly as possible, it still takes time. It's a delay. It also causes property damage and can be a jarring, frightening experience for you if you are lying just on the other side. By simply turning a deadbolt, you are clearing a path for your rescuers. You are removing the final barrier between you and the help you desperately need. Think of Paul, a 76-year-old living in a secure condominium building. After calling 911 and chewing an aspirin, he felt steady enough to walk the 10 feet to his front door and unlock it. He then sat down on a nearby chair to wait. The paramedic team later told him that because the door was open, they reached his side a full 30 to 45 seconds sooner than if they'd had to force their way in. In the timeline of a heart attack, 45 seconds can be an eternity. It can be the difference between a stable heart rhythm and a dangerous arrhythmia. This step requires a judgment call. If you are feeling extremely weak, dizzy, or short of breath, do not risk a fall by trying to get to the door. Your personal safety and stillness are paramount. But if the door is close and you feel you can manage it safely, it is an invaluable help. For those of us living alone, this is also a prompt to think proactively. Do you have a key hidden in a lockbox for which you can provide the code to the 911 dispatcher? Have you considered a smart lock that you can open remotely with your phone? Is your address clearly visible from the street, even at night? These aren't just matters of convenience. They are integral parts of your personal emergency plan. Unlocking your door is a final act of preparation, a message to your saviors that says, "I'm ready for you. Come in." Part 6. Your digital lifeline, mastering your phone in a crisis. In the tense moments while you wait for help to arrive, your telephone transforms from a simple communication device into your digital lifeline. How you use it can make a significant difference. After calling 911, keep the dispatcher on the line with you, but do one simple thing: put your phone on speaker. This small adjustment accomplishes several critical things at once. First, it frees your hands. This allows you to rest comfortably, hold on to something for support, or even perform the breathing exercises we'll discuss next, without the physical strain of gripping your phone or holding it to your ear. When your body is under extreme duress, even minor efforts matter. Second, it ensures the dispatcher can hear you clearly, even if your voice becomes weak. More importantly, it allows them to hear what's happening in the background. Your breathing patterns, any sounds of distress, or a sudden silence can give them vital clues about your condition, which they can then relay to the incoming paramedic team. You are no longer alone. You have a trained professional actively monitoring you. Beyond the speakerphone, there is a powerful, often overlooked tool built into every modern smartphone: the Emergency Medical ID. This is a feature on both iPhones under Health and Android phones that is accessible from the lock screen without needing your password. If you become unconscious before help arrives, this medical ID can speak for you. Take the case of Susan, 79, who collapsed just moments before the paramedics entered her unlocked door. They found her unresponsive. One of them immediately checked her phone's lock screen, accessed her medical ID, and learned 3 critical facts. She was diabetic, allergic to penicillin, and her daughter's name and number were listed as an emergency contact. This information prevented them from administering a medication that could have caused a severe allergic reaction and allowed them to provide the right care immediately. Setting up your medical ID takes less than 5 minutes. Do it today. Include your name, date of birth, crucial medical conditions like heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, any major allergies, and the medications you take. This isn't just for the tech-savvy. It's a fundamental piece of modern-day preparedness for every single one of us. Your phone is not just for calling family. It's a sophisticated safety device. Learn its features and let it be your guardian angel.
At the end of the day, navigating the most frightening moments of our lives comes down to the wisdom we've cultivated and the preparations we've made. These 7 steps, recognizing the subtle signs, making the immediate call, chewing an aspirin, embracing stillness, clearing the path, using your digital lifeline, and anchoring yourself with your breath are more than just a checklist. Together, they form a powerful chain of survival. They are a testament to the fact that even when you are physically alone, you are not powerless. The greatest lesson here is that you can actively participate in your own rescue. Your calm, informed actions in the first few minutes of a heart attack can dramatically alter the outcome. You are the first responder in your own life. So I ask you to take this knowledge not as a source of fear, but as a source of strength. What step resonated most with you today? What one thing will you do this week to be better prepared? Thank you for joining me on this journey of empowerment. If this information was valuable to you, please let us know in the comments below. Your thoughts and experiences give us encouragement. Please like this video, share it with friends and family you care about. This knowledge is too vital to keep to yourself. And subscribe to our channel for more content designed to help us live our senior years with wisdom, dignity, and strength. Thank you for watching, and be well.